And welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. Come to you from Columbia, South Carolina, where they have found a new offensive coordinator. My friend is in the upstate. He did not get fired today like some other coaches did and then get detained by police. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's
That's
up?
it. No, I've been on my best behavior at work and after work. So no arrests for me, no firings for me today. It's just been a pretty much uneventful day. And that.
Well, it has been a weird day, and we kind of have to lead with it, Jackpot. I mean, I wanted to talk about some of these bowl games and how they're opting out, and none of them are worth a shit. We could talk forever about Notre Dame, but I think people have already worn that out. They suck. These bowl games that are. And by the way, I said this like 2 years ago, and everybody laughed at me and, oh, you know what you're talking about. It has come through. If you're not in the playoffs, your bowl game doesn't mean shit. Sorry if that hurt your feelings. I told you that 2 years ago. You should listen to this program, not just for me, because Jackpot comes up with great shit too that comes true. We are the Nostradamus of college football right here on the Carolina Jackpot channel. But more the coach at Michigan who was all in the Connor Stallings thing, and he had the whole thing where he was suspended for games for that. I mean, just a bunch of nonsense. Then today he gets fired because he had an inappropriate relationship with someone on the staff. And then he gets detained by police, by two different police departments on his way out. What a shitty way to go, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have no doubt that he was fired for going 9-3, and because they didn't want him anymore. Yeah. And they didn't want to pay any more buyouts because they've already paid a bunch of fines, and they're cheaters, and they're going to find a way to circumnavigate everything. So they showed their appreciation for him. They fired him, and now they're not going to pay him anything. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm sure that half the coaches around this country could probably be nailed for the same thing if they wanted it to be.
Well, I don't feel bad for Coach Moore. I don't feel bad for Michigan. I don't feel bad for the Michigan fans. I don't feel bad for any of them, to be completely honest with you. I think they've all just been fucking college football fans forever. And I hope Michigan goes 0-12 next year because of the way that the things that they've done today. I hope Moore holds the Connor Stalions thing on his resume for the rest of his life. But you know what? That may make somebody hire him. Hey, he's willing to cheat, and, he'll probably end up hired somewhere. As Big Barney Ross says, the whole state of Tennessee is having a parade. They finally get more. They finally got more. Who knows at this point, man? I don't know. We shall see. But what a mess. Because, Michigan's behind the 8 ball now because, I mean, they got to find somebody to come and coach there. And not a big field, Jackpot, right? Not now.
Yeah. I don't know who they're going to go after. Some people think they might try to go after Kalen DeBoer. As he's was on the hot seat or whatever. I don't know. If he loses playoff game, is he going to be on the hot seat? Jesus. What a mess.
Will Moore help with Gamecock wristbands, says Jay Shipes.
Maybe.
They
need somebody to come do that to show them how to do that again. It's been a few years. They probably lost their touch. We got a new crop of players, too, that needs to learn how to use them.
Walk It Off Sports says, Jackpot, when you get your new place, you need to put up a housewarming list from Walmart, Amazon, or somewhere. We can get you hooked up.
Yeah. That's an idea. That's a point. Thank you.
There's gonna be a big list for Busch Light, Apple, TVs that don't have cracks in them, and a couch.
Yeah, indestructible TVs and a couch.
You'll
be just fine because your couch can double as your bedroom too.
Tiger Red Devil just sent me this. from his buddy who works in the Ann Arbor Police Department. Sharon Moore just went crazy and called his wife saying he was suicidal, and then drove to the assistant's houses that he got pregnant and broke in and said he was going to kill her with a knife in his hand. He fled and caught him in Pittsfield.
Okay.
I love the internet. I don't know if any of that's true or not, but holy shit. I am in the camp of he was probably doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, diddling.
Well, I'm sure he was, but this kind of makes to me. It seems like the Brian Harsin situation down at Auburn from a few years ago, where they fired him for messing with the secretary or something. And I mean, he got fired because he had a losing season. There's not even I can't even find a Pittsfield, Michigan.
Ohio.
Made up. I just searched for it.
It's Pittsfield Township. I mean, it's from ESPN. So Brian Kelly to Michigan. Good point there, Jarrett. Big Barney Ross says he's going to send you a bidet.
It could be.
That's funny.
It could be. There is a Pittsfield Township. It could be Brian Kelly. That's not a. That's a geographical fit anyway. At least he wouldn't have to put on that fake Cajun accent anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so quickly here, we've got our Callaway's Bowl Pick'em Challenge. If you want to join that, have at it. The link is in the description. I have emailed everybody that's was in the regular season challenge. You are obviously welcome to join. It's $20, just like the regular challenge. The week 1 form is already up. Once you send your cash to Jackpot, then you can fill out the week 1 form. Now, we did the games up until the 29th because on the 30th is when they have the second round of playoff games. And we don't know who the teams are yet. So it's just better to go by days. But so the big slew of the bowl games, including Clemson's matchup, Jackpot, in the Pinstripe Bowl. What a load of shit that is.
Oh, yeah. Got a Penn State Nittany Lions. So I get another crack at you this year. This is rare. So it's kind of like a rematch. So I could actually tie it up if Penn State beats you guys, which I'm not so certain is going to happen because they probably won't have half of a team left by that time because that coach is on the way out. All those kids are probably going to opt out of that game. So,
yeah, it's going to be a mess.
They're going to quit. And how many Clemson players will quit? I mean,
well, you've already gotten Khalil Barnes saying he's transferring.
He's transferring. Peter Woods is going to the
NFL. I mean, you got there's, I think, 3 or 4 players that have already,
Well, the transfer portal doesn't open until like January the 2nd. Couldn't Barnes still play in the game?
I don't know how that works. I've read that like with some staffs, once you tell them you're transferring, they don't want you on. Your card doesn't work at the damn.
I wouldn't want you. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I mean, well, there's also the thing of like, hey, we're not just going to let you stay here and work out and get better to go to North Carolina and play or go.
Yeah, we're not going to let you do like Juice Wells and let you get a haircut and football facility and everything else. Yeah. Will Eubanks says Cade Klubnik is going to Wendy's. Sir, it's Tendies now. Remember the commercials.
Let's see here. Nick says, Rob, you talked about the Clemson scandal rumors yet. There's rumors of stuff that are tied to the university president. Now, I'm not like some people. If the things that have, and a lot of it's got to do with land that was bought up there and, Buddy shaking Buddy's hands and things like that. If it comes out, I hope they all get nailed to the yard arm, man. I don't want it to be like, and I hate to use this as an example, but like the South Carolina baseball stadium deal where they were supposed to build a stadium with the city, but they basically told the city, we don't care that we're going to charge $40 million to the city of Columbia taxpayers just so we can have a baseball stadium that's our own and we don't want to share with you. All of those people should have been convicted and put under the jail. If something like that has happened up at Clemson, I hope the same thing happens up there. Okay. But I don't know. I mean, there's rumors all over the place. It is interesting that the president has decided, hey, I'm resigning really fucking quick up at Clemson. I don't know how that's going to turn out. We shall see. But with a lot of colleges, they just go and take whatever they want. And it's not just.
Wait, the president at Clemson resigned?
Yeah, he's resigning like at the end of, I think, the end of the year. I mean, I can't remember the whole thing about it.
I had no idea he was that intelligent.
Waniac says the guy running a game scam. What are you talking about, Waniac? I have no clue what he's talking about. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, I don't know what's going on up there at Clemson. Is there a bowl game that you like, Jackpot, that you're looking forward to? Yeah, the playoff games.
The Pop-Tarts Bowl looks fun.
Yeah.
I think they could have given Vanderbilt a better matchup. That since they screwed them and didn't put them in the playoffs, I think they could have given them a better matchup than Iowa. I mean, that's this Virginia Mizzou game could be interesting.
Well, I don't think anybody's opting out for Virginia that I've heard of, and the Mizzou game should be interesting too.
Yeah, Florida's bowl game.
Oh, which one?
Florida.
What the hell?
Florida and South Carolina. I'm just making the joke there.
Oh, what do you think about the fact that they had to go and find teams to play? Like you had all these
garbage. I mean, we should have won that damn last game, and we would have gotten one of those government cheese loser bowls like Mississippi State did. They put Mississippi State in the Mayo Bowl with a 5-7 record to play Wake Forest.
The bowl. No, Mississippi State is. Are they play? Oh, they are. Yeah, that is right. How does that happen? I don't know.
Too many teams. There was like 6 teams with winning records that opted out of bowls. One of them being Temple. Why would Temple opt out of a bowl game when Temple don't ever even qualify for a damn bowl game? And they finally won 6 games. They don't want to damn play.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a mess. You know, the crazy thing, though, is that when you look at some of these matchups, it's like it's not that far-fetched to think that some of them might be good. I mean, we mentioned the Mizzou game. Let's see here. What else? Oh, we have Army-Navy this weekend, too, by the way. We can talk about that. But let's see what we got here. The Boise State-Washington game, there's a lot of hatred there. So we could definitely get into that. Memphis and NC State on the 19th. That's pretty interesting. I kind of like that game. Might be fun to watch that game. And then you've got Toledo and Louisville. I say that because I don't think Toledo has any opt-outs.
Ugh.
So,
oh, my God.
They smoke Louisville. Like, Louisville's a 9.5-point favorite. Toledo may beat the shit out of them. That might be
probably will.
They probably will.
Fuck Louisville sucks. Fuck they. God.
Cal in Hawaii. That might be fun on Christmas Eve at 8 o'clock. Big Barney Ross talking about Toledo. He'll be wearing a Toledo shirt if they beat Louisville. You know he will. He's petty. Pitt and East Carolina. That's going to be interesting, I think, because East Carolina has so many opt-outs, and I don't know if Pitt cares. It may end up being just silly.
East Carolina has opt-outs.
Well, they've got like their offensive coordinator's going to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that I wanted to go. I thought that South Carolina would do well on. So, yeah, there's that. Georgia Tech and BYU, Jackpot. What do you think about that? That's an interesting one, too.
That is an interesting one. That's two pretty good, solid teams, 2 good lines of scrimmage. Should be a good defensive battle. Well, I mean, it should be good defensively from BYU. I don't know about Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech probably gets it running raw, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He wants to know what Walk It Off Sports. That's one of our picks do. So if I'm not mistaken, so we're having to do another form later on, correct?
Right. There's going to be, I think it's, so you have a second form that'll have the games from the 30th on. So the first set of games takes place on the 16th. So basically 6 days from today. Let me look at the form here.
Oh yeah, Tennessee plays Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there you go with that. So you got to have it in before the Troy and Jacksonville State game. That is the first matchup that you're going to have there that will be for the first set of them. So there you go with that. Eddie, thank you for checking out the show. No, you just pay the one time for the bowl challenge. And Jackpot has all of his info is up there on the website. I've posted the link in the pick'em. I mean, in the comment section, not in the comment section, in the show description. So if you want to get in, you can. Jackpot, we haven't really talked about Briles. What do you think about Briles, Jackpot? I think that's to quote Josh Pate, a home run.
No, don't say it. No, don't say it. I mean,
hire.
I think it's a good hire. It looks like every year, every place he's been, the first year he was there, he improved the offense dramatically. So, I mean, he's got some weapons to work with in Columbia, provided they all stay around, which from what I'm hearing, most of it is. Should be pretty good. But, I mean, once again, I mean, that offensive line's we got to improve that. God damn it.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. But I think I kind of agree with you on that, in that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Shoot, about 20% of the TCU fans are happy he's leaving. And, I mean, what do they really know about football, really? I mean, let's just be honest.
Let me address this fucking idiot. You can go back and look at every set of picks that I made. They were all made live on the show right there on your screen. I know that you fucking Tennessee hillbillies can't fucking read, but they were all made live. All the math was there. You're a fucking moron. And you know what? And for that, I'm fucking banning you. If Jackpot wants to have you back, he can. I'm banning you for the rest of the show. You want to sit here and run your mouth, go away, and you're just trying to cause problems. So we'll just we'll ban you and delete your comments. There you go.
Frank Mabelson says TCU fans know what the playoffs feel like. Yeah, true to your first name, Spank. That's what happened to them when they went to the playoffs. They got beat 65-7. I mean, I would just about rather have not even been in it than got beaten that bad. I mean, that's just embarrassing.
I wasn't talking to you, Tony. Anyway, but I think the Briles
Tiger Red Devils said TCU played for that. Did they?
Yes, they
did. They? It didn't look like it to me.
They were in the game, Jackpot.
They were in the game until the ball got kicked off.
Anyway, yeah, well, that's fair. But look, I think that the guy calling calls will be great. Maybe they'll be able to, put together some plays that will give them some time to develop the offensive line. Maybe that's the positive side of it. But, he's improved the offense everywhere he's went. There was a meme out about that, about how, like, the offense is just drastically better. I think it's one of the better hires.
So from what I understand too, the offensive line schemes that they have to use to run his offense are a little more simplistic than what they've been running. So
yeah. We'll see how that works out. It's going to be interesting, though. And the transfer portal. So we shall see how that works out, because that's going to be big, too. Word is that there's like, if you read a lot of the message boards, the talk is about, hey, they're going to be building a lot of stuff as far as through the transfer portal. So we'll see how that goes. And, this gives South Carolina the opportunity to be a rebound opponent for next season. Don't you agree?
What's that?
It gives South Carolina a chance to be a rebound team from a team that went 4-8 to, if they make the right moves, they could be 8-4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, because I know I get sick and tired of hearing Shane Beamer talk about it, but I mean, he's right. I mean, they were close in a lot of games. I mean, it wasn't, they weren't sitting here getting blown out. I mean, they were competitive. They just, a lot of falling apart in the fourth quarter, inability to run the football, stuff like that. So,
all right. Well,
Paul Lemon says, have y'all seen the drama between the lifelong season ticket holders and the Gamecock Club?
I have heard about that, and
well, they're probably moving their seats around or something like that because of the work they're doing.
Yeah, it has a little bit to do with that. I think there's stuff to do with the parking too. Like there's at one point it was an issue with parking because they sold like lifetime parking passes or some shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. It seems like there's, and not just at South Carolina, but there's a lot of hatred with some of the booster clubs and some of the folks that are in them, man. It ends up being a mess. Anyway. Oh, by the way, Jackpot, before we open up the phones here, did you catch the BYU Clemson game last night?
Yeah, I did. That was great. Well, I watched the first half of it, and I got pissed off and I cut it off. And then I fell asleep and I woke up at like 12:30 and I checked all the scores and stuff on my phone and I saw they had lost. And of course I laughed. I mean, what a bed shitting. How the hell do you do that?
It was Texas A&M level, like what the Gamecocks did. It's mirrored the same thing. Go in, you're not supposed to win. You're not on the level with the team that you have there. And you go out and you play the half of your life. They're up 22 points at the half, right? In the second half, Jackpot, BYU comes around and they had a play where they dunked the basketball and the guy dunked it so hard, then swung around and basically rubbed his wiener on the guy's face. I was like, Jackpot's watching this live. He'll love it. And then
I missed that. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you would love that. Then they hit a 3 at the buzzer to win. It was terrible. Just terrible. I was like, I hope Jackpot's watching this because he'll appreciate it, but we'll see. Cocky Talk says JMU will beat Oregon. I don't know if I'm buying that, sir.
Well, I tell you, I don't know that they're going to beat them, but I think they're going to cover the spread. I think that thing's going to be tighter than they want it to be, because everybody thinks that JMU is the same as Liberty, which Oregon played Liberty in a bowl game a few years ago, and it was a New Year's Six game, and Liberty had made the New Year's Six bid, and they absolutely beat the hell out of them. It was like 42-14 or something. But JMU's good on both sides of the ball. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Here's the thing, too. Like, if you look back last year, the Group of 5 team, Boise State played Penn State. They were in that game.
Yeah, they were.
Like, it wasn't like they were just completely outmatched, outclassed, etc. I mean, they were right in that game with Penn State, who had, is a much bigger program than they are. So I don't know, man. It's going to be I think the crazy thing with that game, especially with JMU, is that a lot of their best players went to Indiana and are going to be playing over there in the tournament on that side. But then they just completely reset it with a Division III coach, and now they're looking like they're a football power. I don't know, man.
Now they've got Sunbelt Billy in there to take over where Bob Chesney's leaving off, and he's going to take them straight to the moon.
Well, we'll see. Parrot, welcome to the program.
What's going on, man?
What's up?
That really. So the reason why they're not paying his contract is simply because what he did, having that crazy outburst and getting arrested. Sharon Moore, and on top of that, his contract is dirt cheap because of the cheating scandal. He wasn't going to get a major contract. It's $13.9 million total.
Yeah, so I find it kind of funny that he gets fired right after the season ends, and it's contract time and all that good stuff.
Well, his contract's dirt cheap, though. I mean, it's $13.9 million total. So
and as the look and the works that they want.
Say it again.
You think they already have? You think they already have somebody they want?
If I had to guess, maybe Brian Kelly. That's the only thing I could think of.
Somebody said that on here a while ago. That kind of makes sense.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only person I can think of that's available. I mean, who else can they hire? It's not like Kalen DeBoer's available.
Somebody had mentioned that. I don't know. You think by this point, it'd have to be somebody that's unemployed because I don't know. That would make sense, though. Why not?
Some of these Alabama fans thinking they can beat Oklahoma. I'm not so sure about that.
All with a great comment. That makes sense. A douche going to a douche program. Very good, sir. Very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if Alabama can beat Oklahoma on the road.
Well, they had a lot of players hurt in that Georgia game, and they're supposed to have most of them back.
Josh Cuevas will be back. Jam Miller will be back, but it really doesn't matter because Josh Cuevas and Jam Miller
are good anyway.
Who? Josh Cuevas?
No, Miller.
Jam Miller. Yeah, Jam Miller, the running back. Yeah, he's not good.
They haven't had a running game all year.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they had Josh Cuevas and Jam Miller when they played Oklahoma the first time on the road. When Oklahoma played on the road, they still lost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's an interesting thing: if Alabama loses, that'll be the third straight loss to Venables in a row for DeBoer. That is. I'm sure the Alabama fans are like, "Fuck that! Let's fire him on that."
Yeah,
straight to Venables. Okay, then. Hell, Shane Beamer 1-1 against him.
Lane Kiffin might be like, I might quit for Alabama.
Yeah.
He might say, "Fuck it, leave it LSU to go to Alabama."
If Alabama's got any sense of any kind of defensive semblance, if they can rise up to the occasion, if they can just muster 20 points,
you really think Lane Kiffin would say "fuck LSU" in a heartbeat to go to Alabama after he just signed a major contract?
No.
That's where he wanted to go to in the first place, though.
I don't think so.
That's where he wanted to go to in the first place, though.
I think you can build everything at LSU that you could build at Bama.
Seriously. But I know, but the first job he wanted was Alabama. That's where he wanted to go to in the first place. He always wanted to go back, but he didn't have a good record in 2023. He lost to Florida that year in 2024. And then
I think after all the drama he's already caused, I believe he should be I don't know. He should be inclined to stay where he's at.
Yeah, probably so. And if, as for Georgia and Alabama,
open, well, he just missed his window. Sorry.
Yeah. And as for Georgia and Alabama, I did not expect that to happen. I don't think any Georgia fan or Alabama fan expected that game to happen the way it did. I don't know. I don't think any fan of either fan base expected that. I don't care what they are or who they are. Nobody expected that. I mean, that was a good game for Georgia. They had Ty Simpson like on the ropes the whole game defensively. I mean,
kind of
really,
felt like Alabama might get smacked around a little bit. They haven't been playing good. They haven't played good ever since the game against the Gamecocks. I mean, they did come back and win it because we're,
that's what
morons,
KB said. Kangaroo Black said the same thing. He said they ain't been good since the South Carolina game.
We actually broke Alabama, but yet still lost.
Yeah. Y'all broke them, but
we were able to break them. So you're welcome, world.
Yeah. So he's allegedly Ty Simpson's playing with a herniated disc. That's what the rumor is.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't looked as good as he did the first half of the season. So, I mean, it could very well be.
It's allegedly it happened at the Auburn game. I don't know how true that is, though.
I think it might happen before that. He wasn't playing good before that.
So, crazy.
That's a mess.
All
right, Parrot. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Thanks, Parrot. Have a good night. All right, Jackpot. What else did we have that we could talk about? Oh, I think there's going to be some coaching changes coming to Clemson too. I think we talked about that before, but I'd be stunned if CJ Spiller was coaching running backs in the bowl game. I know it's only 17 days away. I'd be stunned. So just throwing that out there. There's also.
You think they'll let him go?
No, they'll promote him to like ambassador or something, and he'll go work with Levon Kirkland up there as like part of the post-player development thing.
Well, I mean, did the running backs necessarily have a bad season? Because, I mean, you took a wide receiver and he rushed for almost 1,000 yards.
But they didn't recruit. It's the recruiting side of it that I think is going to be the damning part of it. But we'll see. I think that's going to happen. And I still think that maybe Riley's going somewhere. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I was amazed when it came out that did you read the stuff about the Gamecock running back coach Marquell Blackwell that he didn't even show up to the football office half the time and just basically wasn't doing his job. He didn't even recruit. He didn't recruit one single player the entire time he was here. And I thought he was kind of weird when he first took the job. Like he didn't want to do a press conference. His press conferences were like a minute and a half long, just like real standoffish. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Beth may have a point. Dabo may not make changes till after the bowl, but I don't know. I think that, and we'll talk about this too. JR's nod, some of the other coaches, Goler, Sumrall, and the other hires. To be honest, the only one that intrigues me is the Kentucky hire. Just saying. All the other ones are like, I mean, they're going down to pressure cookers with Kiffin and Summer and all those guys. But the guy that I think will be given time is the Kentucky hire. They're not going to expect him to come in and win the damn conference in year one. So he'll have some time to hopefully develop some guys and do it the old-fashioned way. And I think they're going to put money behind him too. So he may be able to get some guys. But the other ones they're just expected to win the conference the first year, and I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Interesting to see them go the offensive route with a new head coach. You know, Kentucky's always been known for being kind of blue collar. You know, a lot of defense, a lot of lines of scrimmage, all that kind of crap. But now they're investing in a coach on the offensive side of the ball. I like it. As far as the other hires go, you know, the one that made the last hire, that being Penn State, who made their hire at like the 11th hour, I think they may have just hired the best one of them all, because I think Matt Campbell's a good coach, and he's going to have a lot more resources behind him. He's going to be able to pick from a better pool of players at Penn State. I think that's going to end up being a really good hire there.
Eddie with a comment: the SCAD told Coach Beamer, "Hire my man and bring the OL coach, or else." Is this our B heed coach in the future? Just saying, TCU connections or influence from our ex TCU AD. I mean, those guys like to have people around them they feel comfortable with. So, I mean, I can buy into that. So, you know.
Yeah, Big Barney Ross says you don't want any bandwidth. If you can't ride with them at 5-7, you don't want you around when you go 6-6 next year.
Well, but look, nobody gave Vanderbilt credit when they went and they hired Clark Lee to come in, and everybody's like, all right, whatever. You never know.
Ryan says Golish and Summerall are better. Jack Paz. Okay, Golish and two group of 5 coaches are better than a coach who's won in the Power 4 for 10 years. All right. I mean, they might end up being, but I don't know about that.
A lot of it comes down.
I was more impressed, honestly, with what Golish did, because South Florida was a doormat for years. Tulane, Willie Fritz already built that program up, and he just kind of handed the keys off to Summerall and let him do it. Both of them would beat South Carolina. Okay, sure.
Cocky Talk says Clark Lee will be gone after next year. Well, Jerry says Franklin's better than all of them. That's a good point. Fire Morris joins us. Vic Tube, what are you doing?
Yeah. Put it as guess the Falcons coach. Yeah, and I want him gone. Yeah, because he sucks. Yeah, Falcons suck. Yeah.
Well, your ownership kind of sucks too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I think Arthur Blank needs to sell the team. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot more going on there than needs to be seen. But
yeah.
Are they as pitiful as the Panthers ownership?
Well, no, the Panthers are going to make the fucking playoffs, jackpot. They're
that doesn't mean that they still have bad ownership though.
Yeah, we do. Okay, but anyway, so I wanted to talk about the SEC championship. Yeah, I mean, we put belt to ass on Bama. Yeah, Kirby turned DeBoer into the bitch. Yeah.
He turned him into a pretzel. He really should have been worse than that.
Yeah. I mean, how do you have -3 rushing yards?
I don't know. We did it once.
That means that if your team if your team did not play on Saturday, you had more rush yards than Bama.
Yeah.
Just by sitting on the couch. I mean, that's just embarrassing and humiliating. So I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about our draw in the playoffs. Like we're going to play Ole Miss again. I mean, I'm feeling really good about that. I mean, obviously, they don't have Kiffin, and I mean, our defense is playing a lot better. So I mean, I like our chances against Ole Miss. So I guess we'll probably play Ohio State in the semis. Yeah.
Well, I'm in the camp of I liked it when it was a 4-team playoff. It just made more sense to me.
Yeah, me too.
You have all these teams in now, and I'm not sure that any of them deserve to be there. But if you look at it from this perspective, if I told you that we were going to have, let's see here, Indiana, Georgia, Ohio State, and Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech. Those were our 4 teams in the playoff. Would you really be upset? I mean, Oregon fans might be a little bit pissed. Ole Miss fans could be pissed, but in the end, you'd have people bitching about Ohio State possibly being in there, but you'd have 4 conference champions. I wouldn't have any issues really with the playoff. And then when I look at it, though, the teams that are in it from like 7 to 12, I don't think any of those teams have a realistic shot of winning the whole thing. But
no, they don't. They don't. They really don't. Yeah.
What were you saying about the playoffs, Rob? Your structure?
Oh, I'm sorry. I like the way that the 4-team playoff, where if we had it that way, we would have Indiana playing Texas Tech in one game and Ohio State and Georgia in the other. I don't think anybody would be bitching about those 4 teams in the playoffs. I really don't.
Well, I like I actually like the Uncle Lou solution he came up with, the 16-team playoff, the top 4 teams in each conference. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah, in the Power 4 conferences is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there's some weight to that.
There is, but there'd have to be monkey wrenches because some of the SEC people would be mad because they want to have 5 and they think they deserve 1, and then you got fucking Notre Dame and
Well, I end the Notre Dame stuff immediately. It's very simple. If you want to be,
they should be in the damn conference if they're going to be in the playoff anyway.
Pick a conference. That's the way that it works. And by the way, the Notre Dame AD talking about how the ACC, like that's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, they're upset with the ACC for trying to defend Miami to get into the playoff.
That's quite a reach.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing. You're in the fucking conference for every sport but football, but you're so fucking greedy, and that's what it boils down to. You're so fucking greedy and wanting to look down on everyone as far as what you're being in football. And you have your own contract and you don't want to share with anybody with that. So, I mean, if we're completely honest, Notre Dame had 2 games where they played against teams that were viable and they lost. Their best win was against Southern Cal. They played the ass end of the ACC schedule. And then you had some Service Academy games? I mean, to sit here and think you didn't play a conference championship and we're just supposed to just let you into the playoff because you're Notre Dame?
No.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had
conference. Now, it was interesting that the ACC network played the Miami Notre Dame game from the early part of the season on a loop for basically 2 days. That was kind of funny, but in the end, you didn't have the resume. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that that BYU should have been in. I wouldn't have had Miami or Notre Dame. I would have had BYU. I feel like they should have been in because they went 11-1. So.
Well, they have a better argument, I think, and Vanderbilt had a better argument than Notre Dame to be in the damn playoffs. So I'm not going to get into the Texas thing because they had 3 losses. But
Ryan says, which conference bailed them out during COVID? They are a bunch of bitches. Of course, the ACC is going to punch for Miami. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's the only team they have that's worth a crowd.
Yeah, they had a chance.
Clemson
they had a chance to force Notre Dame to join the ACC in football permanently, and they blew it. So.
Well, yeah, Swofford could have done that and said, look, that's the way we're going to do it. You need to join the conference. Join the conference. They didn't do it. So, and by the way, the ACC, they need to stop acting like their shit doesn't stink. This whole tie they had, it should have been Miami and Virginia in the damn ACC championship game, but because of some stupid tiebreak rule they have, they ended up sending Duke. And then Duke wins the conference at what? They're an 8-5 team. If you want your team to be taken, you want your conference to be taken seriously in football, you fix stupid shit like that. You know, like Sankey in the SEC, he doesn't have any of these fucking problems because he's got a fucking room full of people that figure that shit out. And he knows that football is the head breadwinner, and you don't have these fucking problems. Which
right. Well, I mean, a 7-5,
all that shit out.
Yeah,
so
a 7-5 team is never gonna make the SEC championship.
No, it would never happen. Look, Texas finished 9-3, 2 conference losses and a loss on the road at Ohio State, and they didn't make the damn SEC championship game. Same thing for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was 10-2. That's not good enough to play there.
Nope.
So,
not good.
Yeah,
enough.
It's a mess. But I blame the ACC for all that because we've talked about that before. They were more happy with, hey, let's all sit around and circle jerk each other so we can
South Carolina made it to the SEC championship game as a 9-3 team.
Yeah, but
they were 9-3. They lost that. That made them 9-4, and then they lost their bowl game to Florida State. So they ended up 9-5. Weird record.
But at 9-3 jackpot, I mean, and you won the East, so nobody doubted that you belonged there, you know. But 7-5 Duke, and that's the other thing too. It's in their home state, and the stadium looked like shit. There were no fans there. Virginia brought some folks, but I mean, it wasn't like there was a shit ton of people there, you know.
Well, how about we were trying to figure out, like, you know, this time of year, those stadiums, I mean, we have dome stadiums all over the country. I mean, those games really should be played indoors to kind of keep them out of the elements. So you've got the best possible matchup. So what would be wrong with, and there's no other dome stadium in the South, which is where the ACC is kind of.
Well, I mean, they got the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah.
You know.
So why not this? Why not have the ACC game on Friday night, prime time? Then as soon as it's over, you tear everything down. You bring a crew in. You fix your fields. You put your names down in the end zone. You put the SEC logo out there. Take the ACC one up, and then you have your SEC championship game the next day.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That would be my solution because there's nowhere else. I mean, like you've got some ACC teams in little pockets throughout the country, but you're gonna keep it in the South. To me, that's where it should be centrally located.
I think that the ACC is trying to put Charlotte over as like sort of like how Atlanta has been over for
the capital. Yeah, it's like the capital.
Like that's and cater to North Carolina and Duke and Wake and NC State, all that in the state there.
Yeah,
and then
centrally located. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that there's they could do something like maybe have the game in Florida though. I mean, why not have it in Tampa? Good weather down there, you know?
Yeah. Didn't they have it didn't they have the ACC? Didn't Clemson play Virginia Tech in game in Florida in the ACC championship that year? They took it out of Charlotte because everybody got their panties in a wad about the fucking bathroom thing. Or you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
What?
The drama about the guys and the girl transvestite bathrooms.
What?
By the way, I sent somebody a message today about, hey, Moore got fired because he was fucking somebody on the staff. The immediate message I got back was, I hope it was a girl.
Well, yeah.
That's funny.
What was the drama? Was it the government in North Carolina spoke out and said, no, we're not going to have transgender bathrooms was what it was, right?
Something like that.
And the ACC, I guess, before that time was trying to be woke before we really knew what woke was.
Trying to stay ahead of the woke.
It was back in like 2015 or something.
Yeah.
It was a mess. I like the idea of it being in Charlotte and trying to build a home there, but what you're saying about having a dome stadium makes it a lot of sense. It really does. But if they're not going to have it there, where else could they have it? One spot might be the new stadium they're building for the Commandos. Have it up there. That might be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, now that could work. I was about to say the new Titans stadium when that opens, but that's just such an SEC city, and there's no ACC presence there at all.
Yeah, the ACC has no presence there.
All right, VicTube, I got to move on, man. I got Ryan waiting. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good night. All right. Ryan, welcome to the show. Hello, Ryan.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Man, what's up?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you. I don't know what's going on there, buddy.
He was muted.
Yeah, I think he's.
What am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
I can hear you.
Yeah. We can hear you. Everybody over in the chat can hear you, right? Yeah. It looks like, I don't know. Maybe it's something where your speakers aren't up and you can't hear yourself. I don't know. We'll give him a second. All right, Jackpot. What else was I going to tell you? I can't remember. There was one other story that was interesting. Oh, what do you think about Army Navy this weekend? I love that game.
Navy's the better team, but I mean, Army's been scrappy. I mean, they've pulled out some wins this year. They beat UTSA the last game of during rivalry week. That's who they played, and they won. I mean, they won at Kansas State this year. They also almost knocked off North Texas earlier in the season. That game was back and forth and went to overtime. They're the underdogs. I'd take Army to cover. That game is always seems like the underdogs cover all the time and sometimes win outright. Game goes under a lot of the time.
So Navy,
where are they playing it at this year? Is it in Philadelphia or?
Hold on, let's see here. Where is it going to be?
Is it probably in Philly or Baltimore?
Yeah, I'm trying to see here. Navy's lost to North Texas and Notre Dame. Army is – where's this game going to be played at? It's in Baltimore Highlands, Maryland.
Okay.
So ESPN says that Navy has a 60% chance of winning. 6-point line there, Jackpot. But Army, you're right about that. They've been scrappy. They've had – they kind of sucked. They lost to Tarleton State. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's the FCS team. They're really good. I don't know if they're still in the FCS playoff mix or not, but that's a pretty solid team there, or it was.
They also lost to North Texas, East Carolina, Tulane, Tulsa. There you go. They did beat UTSA on the road. It's a pretty good win, I think. So there you go with that. So Army Navy this weekend. Ryan's going to try again before we get out of here. We'll let Ryan try one more time, see if he can get himself together. Let's see. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Man, can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you. Yes, sir.
Lord, my bad. I didn't sign up for the whole thing when I did it. But anyhow.
All right, what you got, man?
Man, I was just going to talk about that whole damn Irish BS, but and that Michigan thing, man. I heard that on the way home on the Bobby Harton show down here in Charleston. Breaking news: he gets fired for messing around with some sort of staff person. But yeah, I hope it's a girl. But I don't know if you remember, Rob, but back in the day, remember that's what old Rick Barnes kind of got run out of Clemson with. He was messing with too many co-eds back in the day.
That was the rumor. I do know that Oliver Purnell was like banging the swim coach. That's why.
You down with OPP? Yeah.
Jackpot, you didn't hear that story?
I've heard you tell it before.
Yeah, that. You can Google that. His wife basically said, "We're going to DePaul."
Yeah.
That was his purgatory. You don't get to fuck the swim coach anymore, and you got to go live in Chicago. Fuck out of
Jesus,
here.
they took his side piece and made him go to DePaul. Ugh.
Yeah, made him go to DePaul. That's terrible.
Yeah, so Tarleton State is still in the FCS. They're in the look like the semifinal, the final 8. They play Villanova on Saturday, and they're 11.5-point favorites in the playoff. So, I mean,
Newberry Wolves are in the D2 semifinals playing Ferris. Yeah, Coach Knight's got a good team up there. And shout out to Trey, his
it's
son.
a good thing they don't have Trinidad Chambliss at Ferris anymore. Newberry wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, Trey, who was at our live show, his son is going to try to go to Newberry and play football next year. So we'll see if that linebacker can get his stuff together and play up there. It'd be kind of cool. But, yeah.
You know, I heard you talking about Army just a few. You know, it was projected that that Clemson would play Army in the whatever the one was in Boston, the Fenway. But we ended up with Penn State.
Fenway Bowl.
Yeah. Army was scrappy in the last few years, but you know how that goes. So was South Carolina. Sorry, Jackpot.
Scrappy. They were scraps.
You want to piss off Gamecock fans? Just say, "Hey, man, I heard you guys look great in practice." Oh,
yeah.
God. That's like
He says the Montana Grizz are going to win it all. I don't know. I think it might be Tarleton State this time.
I listen. I blamed Clemson's loss in basketball last night on me when I was with a friend of mine watching the Carolina game at Texas A&M, and I was like, "Oh man, y'all got this game. Y'all got this game at halftime. Y'all got this game." So I'm thinking we're up 20 at halftime last night, and next thing you know, I'm saying, "Oh my Lord, this is my payback last night." What the hell?
Well, not only did the guy dunk on him and just drop his nuts on his face, then they had to delay the game to fix the backboard.
To level the backboard again. I had to get up and go get me another pop open another Brad's Brown Ale and put it in my cup. You know, I tell you.
But you've also got the whole thing of during that delay, they showed the breakdown for that play over and over and over again. So you just had to watch this kid get dunked on and get his nuts.
I mean, they didn't want to. Yeah. And then they inbound with the 3. I mean, they didn't want to foul the guy. I mean, what do you do? Foul the guy and hope he misses? I mean, either way. I mean, yeah. Should have never got to that point.
Good point.
But
you don't blow a 22-point lead.
Right. I mean,
hopefully
right now,
they'll be better, but we'll see.
Right now, Beamer and Brownell is over at the Waffle House and on Seneca Road or wherever it is, and talking about how you can do that kind of thing. But
wasn't a good look.
Jerry says, remember when WGN used to show DePaul basketball back in the 80s and 90s? Yep, they did. I remember that Cubs baseball and Bozo the Clown.
I was about to say, the only thing I remember is Bozo the Clown right there, man. And I don't like clowns or midgets.
That was cool, though. Jackpot, we should set up the Bozo Grand Prize game next year for the live show. We'll set up the little buckets. See, that might be funny as fuck, especially we had a couple of drinks. We start throwing ping pong balls at buckets.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Justin says Gunnar Stockton is better than any quarterback he ever saw. Okay.
Okay.
Justin's
I don't know about that.
Being sarcastic.
I mean, think of all the quarterbacks that we've seen just, come through South Carolina and Clemson, but the best you ever saw. That's a big statement.
Well, welcome Jay to the show. Jay, welcome to the show, sir.
What's up, Rob? How's it going?
Good. By the way, Jay makes these wonderful like card tables and stuff like that. He sent me some pics on that stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful work that Jay does. You're a talented individual, sir.
I appreciate it. So I just got done with this Tennessee table for Hoghead from the comment section.
Yeah. Hold on, we're gonna make it bigger so everybody can see it. There you go. Look at that.
My
That's
Lord.
pretty cool.
I mean, it's nice work. I mean, that logo looks like shit, but I mean, it's nice.
This
I
fucking
mean,
thing
it's
right
still
here.
a capital T. I mean, it looks good to me.
This is a whiskey barrel. It was 3 inches tall. I cut it down to 1.5 inches. That's what that metal band is right there. There's
Yeah.
actually 8 gallons of epoxy inside there, and actually another gallon just to get rid of that. Here, let me turn that light off. If you look, you can see that little rim. So I got the epoxy right up level. I got to bury it a little bit, but just gonna let this cure out for a while. It's more than 8 gallons.
I bet that thing takes at least 4 Don Staleys to move out the house.
Yeah, it is thick because normally on a 3/4 board on top, this is a 3/4 plus the 1.5 inch or a 2x4. You know, I had to build it up just so I could bury all the epoxy. So it was heavy before I even put any damn epoxy in it. So yeah, it's definitely a
Dude, that thing looks
job,
badass, man.
Yeah, man.
Pete says he needs them. Can you make a Montana grizzly table for his place out there? I think Jay could do
Montana? Shit, I'll do anything. It pays.
You're gonna need that dang Boeing Dream Lifter to fly it out there.
Well, Jay, put your contact info over there. Pete might be serious. You might get some.
That is nice. That's some nice damn work there.
I think it's awesome.
I'm surprised that Billy hasn't bought one for his nursing home, and you know, I mean,
would that let you take a poker table in the nursing home?
Why not? What the hell? I mean, he's got his own room. He should be able to.
Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of rules they have there.
You can't poke nothing else in a nursing home, so might as well do that.
Yeah. Big Barney Ross is another, and he asked, how much are the tables, sir? I mean, can you give us a roundabout price? Or would you rather just talk with people on the side? It'd probably be better that way.
Basically, what I try to do is whatever I got in the materials, I just double it. So like this table right here, I got right at $280 in epoxy right now. Probably I got like $425 in all the wood and the centerpiece and everything else. So I just double that. So, but normally, like I say, this is a lot of fucking epoxy. Most time it only takes 4 gallons of epoxy. So that's your main cost for these tables.
Pete says he's serious, and I can vouch for Big Barney Ross. If he's asking for the price, he is too. So I'm not joking. You should put
$1,600
contact info over here so you can get it.
Like this is a 4-foot table. So normally I sell these for like 6 to 7. But like that,
really?
that's a 5.5 foot wide one right there. And like that Clemson table I built for Barry Paul, that thing was 6 foot, 6'2" or something. It's a big ass table, man. You know, so his centerpiece was like $300 because he wanted some fancy shit like 3D layered. And anyway,
where are you out of? Columbia or what?
I'm in North Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, any Georgia fans?
Part of it, but it's still pretty cool.
It's badass.
Yeah, I want this one right here gone. You know, anybody who wants a Georgia table? Some space. I need to hang another one there. $100 for that one.
Only if the core opens up into a doghouse.
Well,
that would be a cool idea, right?
How much for that one? You said
that Georgia table, $400.
Wow.
Dear God, dude. That's crazy. Anyway, there you go with that. Jay, I'm serious. Put your contact stuff over there. Somebody might come your way.
All right.
You got to figure out how to ship that shit. Jay's not a shipper. He's a builder.
Yeah, I'll drive it. I'll drive it so far, but fucking. Hey, but shit, I don't know. Just go to my channel. Reach out to me in my shorts. Go in the comment section. That's the easiest way to get at me, I guess. All right.
There you go.
All right, man. Well, I'm out of here. You have a good one.
You sent me the one on the Clemson table you did. It was pretty cool. All right, Jay. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, man. Later.
Jay dropping in on the show. We appreciate that. All right. Well, Ryan, man, you got anything else you want to put out there before we get out of here?
No, man. I'm good. Just catching up with you guys.
Says they should be $1,500. Yeah, they are. I mean,
I think so.
Jay Milton. All right, buddy. We'll hook you up. All right. Anyway.
All right.
So there you go with that. But appreciate you, Ryan.
Yeah, man. Y'all be good.
you got anything else you want to get out of tonight's show? I mean, join
I
the Pick'em
don't.
Challenge.
Yeah, Bowl Pick'em Challenge. And the first one is Saturday.
No, the 16th. The first
The
game is
6th,
on
no, so next Tuesday.
next Tuesday. That way people have enough time to get in. So that way you have plenty of time. There'll be more than one form. Once you pay, the first form's already up on the website.
All right.
All right. We'll appreciate you guys, and we'll see you later on.